Supper?
Yeah. Ready for trying these.
Hey, it's coffee time, y'all. What are y'all up to? Happy St. Patrick's Day. For St. Patrick's Day today, we're doing some Reuben Sliders. Now, I know if you've been on Facebook, you've seen these. I've made them before, on here even, but tonight, it's going to be a little different. Say hello, Mama.
Hello, Mama.
Well, Mama, you did find some green.
Yeah, I said I was going to
This one I thought you had to be out of green.
a green sweater.
You came up with some.
Yeah.
So let's just come right down here to our work area and we'll see what we're going to be up to, okay? So this is just a sheet pan with parchment paper over it. Now they say you can use this cardboard thing. I don't know. Can you? Have y'all ever baked inside this cardboard thing? Mama says she had never done it.
Nope, I never have.
These are just the King's Hawaiian rolls. Now, I know traditionally, okay, traditionally, coffee here. Traditionally, you would use Reuben, for Reubens, you would use marble rye or something. But these are awful good.
We didn't have it here.
These don't say anything about bacon. I ain't going to use that.
Dry that off. It was wet.
Mama's. So I'm just going to lay those down there. And then I'm going to take my knife and I'm just going to slice them. What are y'all having today? What are y'all doing? You got a party at your house? Are you making snacks? If we hadn't had this, we were going to do corned beef and cabbage. Because that's wonderful. So what are y'all cooking tonight? I'll answer. I'll look at comments in just a second, but let's get the meal on, get in the oven. We'll be ready to rock and roll with it. These little sliders, you can do these with ham and cheese. You can do these with all kinds of stuff, but today we're going to use corned beef. I showed y'all yesterday. So I decided I'm just going to use a little bit of both of the corned beef, probably just so it'll be good and thick, and the flavor's good. It's just the other looks prettier. So I'm going to put these tops right over here. We're going to come back to them. Y'all seen this, I'm sure, but we're going to show you again. So I did buy some of the Ken's Thousand Island. I make my own usually for salads. I tasted of this. It's pretty good. It's not as good as mine, though, I have to say. Sorry, Ken. If you're watching, Ken, no harm meant. Just the facts. Just the facts. Sorry. This is good, though, and I think once we cook it, it's going to be great. I mean, even my homemade would probably taste like sauerkraut and corned beef. So that's the reason I opted not to fill with homemade. Kind of like the same reason I don't use home canned tomatoes and chili a lot of times, because you're putting so much stuff in it, you really can't taste your homemade deliciousness. Okay, so got the Thousand Island on there, and this is that corned beef that I got, and it is, I guess, canned, is what she said.
It is canned.
And it says right on it. But I got it out of the deli. So I'm just going to lay this on here, just like this. And then I'm going to top it with the pretty version. And that's what you have to do. You have to put the pretty on top.
That tastes just like
This is good corned beef.
like in a can corned beef.
Right. It just don't look as pretty to me.
No, it's not as pretty as this.
It's not, is it, Mom? But we'll use some of this with cabbage and it'll be great. Just crumble it up in cabbage. But now look how pretty this is. You have to admit, this is prettier. And it says corned beef on it too. So, probably I should have got 2 packs of this. Now I'm just going to kind of lay this on there in folds. Just like this. Because I want it to be good and thick, the meat in there. You can put another layer if you want. But this I'm just going to lay on here like this. Just Just so it'll be just right. Just like that. So there's what we have. Can y'all see good? Okay. So now I'm going to layer this Swiss cheese right on top of that. Mama, you're getting to watch tonight.
Oh, I know it. It's wonderful.
Well, they always say I make you do all the
and
work.
I'm being quiet and good.
They always say I make you do all the work, Mama. Is that true?
No. I think that's just one, ain't
It is, believe it or not. That's big old slices. Look, 4 covers this whole
it?
tray of rolls. So there we go. Now this sauerkraut I drained. I drained it. And I'm just going to pile it on there too. Just like that, folks. Now I know this probably ain't exactly the way the video, but that's okay. You're just, when you watch the videos, even when you watch our videos, you're just getting the method. You're getting the idea of how to do it.
What it is, but it's a little dark.
You don't want it, right, Mama?
I don't want it. It's a little speck of cabbage. It's dark.
Here's another one, little speck. I guess that's just sauerkraut for you.
Yeah, just the cabbage.
So we're just going to layer this on there real good, like. Had a little extra. Now what I'm using is just out of this jar. You just get it off the shelf at the grocery, and that's what I'm using. I just drained out some. I had some in another jar, so that's what I'm using right there.
Hey.
Now I'm going to put more Swiss right on top of that. Right on top it goes.
Just one.
Just one left.
I think somebody's been in it.
There's a possibility, Mama, that somebody ate some of it.
I think they did.
Now look what big, look at that, how good that's looking.
They-
Now then, we're going to go back in with some more cans. Some more Thousand Island. Just like this.
Woo.
Just like that.
That was quite a bit.
You think it's too much, Mama? Are you judging my sandwich, Mama? You think that's too much? That ain't too much. Look at that, how good that is. Mama's accusing us of using too much.
What's this juice for?
That's just actually some I thought I might, but I'm going to put, that's mozzarella. We'll just stick with the Swiss. Now right here, let me get rid of this. I'll put this back in the jar in a second. So that's what this looks like. Yum. Now this will be 2 sandwiches, or you can have 12, or you can have 3. You can cut them long ways. It's up to you. So this is our melted butter. That's 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Now, if you want any measurements on this, you saw how I've done it. I just put the Thousand Island, just put the corned beef, and I put the Swiss and the sauerkraut. If you're going to use the can, just use probably 1 can, a 15-ounce can. And if you're going to use the jar, try to measure it out to what I thought maybe a can and a half would have in it. So in here, in this little bit of butter, I'm going to rinse this spoon off. I'm not going to wash spoons all night.
You better turn your oven at times running out before you, so it won't kick off and cool down.
I'm going to put that on 12
Let
more
me
minutes.
get that speck off.
Mama, you're de-specking everything.
Well, I don't know where that comes from.
So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar in here. That ought to be about 2 tablespoons. I'll stir him up good. You like the sound of cast iron, Mama?
Not stirring like that. I don't know.
And this is just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to put about a good teaspoon in there. Stir it up. 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And then you just pour this right over. Well, I'm going to try to get the sugar a little bit more incorporated. So you just pour this right over the tops, just like this. Yum. Let it go down the sides. Think of it as a cake.
Well, it would be good old cake if it didn't have a Worcestershire sauce in it.
Surely you wouldn't.
Brown sugar.
You wouldn't want brown sugar. And this is y'all's brand Everything Bagel seasoning, and I'm just going to top it with that. Look how good that is. This stuff is good on everything too. It's good on bagels, it's good on sandwiches, it's good on these. Now, I've got a little piece of aluminum foil here, and it's not big enough to completely cover it. I'm just going to tin it like this, just to give it, keep it from burning on top, but yet it'll cook. And I'm going to put it right over here in the Easy Bake. And we're just going to leave it in there long enough for everything to get hot. And let that cheese melt. We're going to say 10 minutes. Okay? Let's go. We're going to say 10 minutes. I hope that's good. We're going to find out. I'm going to bring y'all down out of the rafters.
Out of the rafters.
Mama, have you got some stuff you're going to show?
Oh,
In
yeah.
between
the
times
onions
here
right
while they're
there.
cooking? Someone sent us some bodega onions. What did she put in her note, Mama? Mama,
Right. It's
I've got a lot of that left.
it's
We may have to have Reuben's again.
the card's right there.
She sent us 2 bags of bodega onions.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful onions. Is she the one sent them last year?
I
2 of these.
cannot.
I mean, can you imagine? What a wonderful gift this is. It's sweet onions. These are real sweet onions. These don't say bodega, but they look and they act like it. But we love sweet onions. The flat ones like that. They're wonderful. She says in her card here, Miss Kathy. She says, "Dear folks, hope you enjoy these. Life just ain't the same without a good sweet onion." Mama read that to me today when I called her. And she said, "Ain't that sweet?" I said, "It is." I so love watching you. Your love and your care for each other warms my heart. God's blessings on you today and every day. Kathy, thank you so much. Love, Kathy. Kathy is, well, I was going to say from, but it don't say that on there. Let's see. She's from Virginia. Kathy, you're just up the road, just a little piece. And don't let me forget, I'm going to put parsley on those when they come out.
You set the 10-minute time.
Yes, ma'am. Sure did. I'm going to put parsley on those when they come out, just for looks. And it'll give a little flavor. Let's see what y'all are having. I'm always, that's one of my favorite parts is sharing. What are y'all having? What are we having? Randy, happy birthday. Everybody say Randa, R-A-N-D-A. Randa, happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Randa. I never got a notification. Found this on your story. Miss y'all. Jill, this is live. So, did you get a notification that we were on at all? Hi, John and Mama. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hey, Susan. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I am wearing a little streak of green here. Mama's got green on. Happy St. Patrick's Day, John and Mama. Hey, Ellen. How are you? We had Reuben's on rye bread. So good. Now, that's the traditional. Reuben on rye is a traditional Reuben. And on marble rye, I love it. But I was going to do the Reuben on marble rye tonight. I wasn't going to do the sliders. I was just going to grill some sandwiches. Store didn't have any. I was too late yesterday. So they didn't have any marble rye. They didn't have any rye. They had one loaf of rye, but it looked like it had been mashed a bit. I guess that's the reason it's still there. So I thought, let's just go with the original slider version. So that's the reason I went with the King's Hawaiian rolls. So, and I figure y'all may want to do that too. The dressing, I could have made the homemade I make. This is good. It's not as good as mine, but when you're baking it and you're putting all those flavors in there, sometimes your homemade efforts are wasted on, if you find something marginally good, it's not marginally good, this is better than marginally good. If you find something that's close to being like your homemade and you think it's just easier to buy, because this was on sale, and I'm sure because of St. Patrick's Day. Sometimes, but now when I'm just eating Thousand Island on salad and I'm tasting that Thousand Island, then I want the homemade. I want it to be homemade as I can get it.
I thought that was Thousand Islands on there, and it's that onion skin.
Mama's over here cleaning up imaginary messes. Mama's serious about it when it's an imaginary mess. Mama, is that all you had to show them? And who sent this?
It's right there on that.
Kim Whitmore, thank you for the mayonnaise. This is JFG mayonnaise. We had talked about JFG mayonnaise. This is the, it's just like my JFG salad dressing that I can't find anymore. It's by the same company, but hopefully, they say they're just on a pause. They're not quitting. But this is the mayonnaise, and we do like the mayonnaise. We used to eat it all the time, Mama said. I don't remember us eating it. The only thing I remember us eating
I used it in some dishes, but mostly what we ate on sandwiches, and you remember, is just the plain salad dressing.
Salad dressing on sandwiches. I've told you before, anything with a tomato, we get salad dressing. JFG salad dressing.
Any kind of sandwich, we always
mostly, yeah. But I remember mayonnaise, you used to have Duke's and Kraft.
Yeah, and then we had JFG.
And JFG, you said when I was a kid. I don't remember it as much. Did they quit making it for a while?
No,
You just switched to the others?
Yeah, just what I
Mama, why don't you paint your fingernails green today?
I didn't have no green polish.
I think it would have been funny. I ain't never seen Mama in anything but browns and reds and light colors sometimes.
Pinkish.
I ain't never seen her in anything blue. Wouldn't Mama look cute in blue? Green, orange. Oh, Mama, pumpkin orange.
Now, not do that this fall. Hunt me some pumpkin orange.
If I get you some, will you wear it?
No,
It says Ken's Thousand Island dressing is good. I use it. Catherine, yeah, I think it's good too. I mean, that's the reason I settled for it. It's almost as good as mine, Catherine. We're all prejudiced of our own little foods. I like homemade dressing. Normally, I do make all mine homemade ranch. Very, very seldom will you see a bottle of ranch here unless we're having a get-together, or if some of the picky kids come over and they only want a certain brand, Mama will buy it for them. But I always make the ranch Thousand Island. I always make French.
You can't tell them it's ranch unless they see that
bottle
that they eat with their chicken nuggets. That's what they like.
Mama's picky, but she spoils them young ones too. The weather here today has just been like a fall day. It's just been rainy and cool, no blue skies, no sunshine.
It's like a winter feel to me today.
It's not been quite winter, but it's cool. It's been windy too.
And
hot pink nail polish, Mama.
Oh, wow.
Joe, do you think that's what Mama needs? We're having Kentucky
Make my
Fried
old
Chicken.
hands.
Now, Casey, Mama would eat with you if you
Oh,
save her a
yeah.
wing. Mama just likes wings. I love to hear Mama laugh. Carol, I do too. She's so sweet. I have no green polish either. I have on green polish, Dee says.
Oh.
I don't know how I got all that out there. But I make homemade dressing too, Carla. It's the best. But now, I will say this, you all. I had bought Ken's Vidalia onion.
Now it's really good.
And Mama likes it on sandwiches, like cold cut sandwiches, but just kind of like Subway. And I buy French bread, and we'll make hoagies. I got a loaf of French bread over there. We'll probably have something like that tomorrow. And so then you all start saying, Ken's Thousand Island is good. Ken's house
Honey
is...
mustard.
Ken's honey mustard. Now that's some good honey mustard. Not quite as good as Mama's, but it's good. So we've ventured out into the Ken's Steakhouse varieties, and we like most all of them. So if you are going to buy some, and I do like their raspberry vinaigrette, because sometimes you just use a vinaigrette. I'm sitting home alone. Oh, you're not home alone.
Oh, bless her heart.
Randy, you're home with us. Dogs, I thought my husband and son went to the movies. Well, Randy, you're here with us. So welcome to the Coffee Time Club here.
Yeah.
Happy
Awesome.
St. Patrick's Day, y'all. Hey, Deanna. Lots of sun in Arizona. Can you send us a cupful, Cindy? Little cup of sunshine. That's all we need to get us through the rest of this day, because it's already 6:30. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hey, Rebecca. How are you? Good evening from rainy West Virginia. Kathy, you probably got the same weather we have. We share with you West Virginians. We share with you Virginia folks most of the time. Our weathers usually line up pretty close. I made corned beef, cabbage. Oh yeah, and cornbread, she says. Potato pancake. Oh, Cindy, all that sounds good. If I hadn't got the Reuben pulled together tonight, because I had to go get the stuff yesterday, and I told Mama, if we don't have the stuff, we'll do corned beef and cabbage for St. Patrick's Day. So that was our backup plan, because we love corned beef and cabbage. We really do. We'll eat it even when it ain't St. Patrick's Day, but I'm home alone. Also, Denise, you're home with us. We're all here together. Mama's done got it out. Did it beep?
It stopped and beat. Didn't you hear it beep?
I guess I did. Look there, folks.
Ooh.
Look at all that goodness. Now that is goodness. We're going to let that rest for just a minute. But that's turned out beautiful. Look at all that goodness. The cheese, I'm sure, is melted. Yes, it is. I see it stringing there. 10 minutes with aluminum foil over the top. Now, if we hadn't put aluminum foil over the top, that would have probably browned a little bit. So that's the reason we did that. Now, here comes some St. Patrick's Day goodness. Look at this beautifulness right here. A little bit of green parsley right on top. Now, this everything bagel season is from Y'all's, and y'all know that we work with Y'all's, and they work with us. And if you go to their site, they say put my code in, Mama's code, John, John, capital letters in the coupon. They'll give you 10% off everything site-wide. Yes, ma'am. Including the shirts. Mama wore one of the sweatshirts that for yesterday. And
I tell you what, it was good and warm.
she informed me, by the way, last night. I said, Mama, you had that sweatshirt on yesterday. You weren't wearing green. She said, I had on green under it. I had a
green sweater on.
A sweater on that dress. You was layered with a sweater and a sweatshirt.
Well, I had this green sweater on and the sweatshirt came. And
and then she stuck it on. I know.
I put the sweatshirt on top. You want just a can of, you're drinking coffee or a can of Sprite with this?
I'm just going to drink that coffee, Mama. We're going to cut this up, and we're going to have it for supper here. Not having anything with it. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Kathy. How are you? Hey, Sandy. Hello from Hamburg. Well, hello. A lot of folks are home alone, and so appreciate your company. It means so much. Well, Jan, we appreciate your all's company, too.
We really do.
We sure do. We
Just
appreciate you
what
all, coming on and watching. I know sometimes we get a little carried away. Sometimes you probably tune in and you're like, they ain't doing nothing but just chat.
Blowing.
We do that, but, we try to come on every day, Lord willing. And sometimes we don't cook. Sometimes we have a bowl of cereal like we did on National Cereal Day. But we just take you all along with whatever we're doing. We don't have a plan. We're not your typical cooking show. We don't try to fast version. We don't we just, whatever we're doing, we just share it with you all. So, I apologize that sometimes we are a little bit less than what you might expect, but we're really just living life and sharing with you all because we consider y'all friends in our home, joining us here in our kitchen, and we don't put on airs or anything. And not that the other shows are, I'm just saying we're not technically savvy enough to do any of that stuff. I see other shows and I think, wow, I wish we could do something like that, maybe, but we can't. We ain't gonna fit with it.
We're just us.
We're just plain old like my mama.
Yeah, that's right. Just plain life.
Plain old life. Thank you all for being here and putting up with us, though, because I know it's a little much sometimes. Mama, let's bless it and then we'll cut it. What do you think?
Okay.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for this opportunity to share it with our friends. And Lord, we just ask you to nourish our bodies with it, dear Lord. And just, Lord, be with each and every prayer request. So many people are out there hurting, and someone just said a lot of folks are alone. And just let them know, Jesus, that you're with them always, and we're all one big happy family here on this earth, and we just want you to bless each and every one of them and be with each and every one of us that we'll do and say as you'd have us to do. In your name we pray. Amen. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to cut this up. Now, I told you this a while ago, just because it's sectioned off like this don't mean you have to do 12 or whatever, but I'm going to just cut us a couple here.
I just want one because I can't handle it.
Mama can't handle that. But you could cut these however you wanted to. If you could even cut them in half if you're serving them for finger food at a party or something. You can do it however you want to. Are any of y'all have St. Patrick's parties? I know cities have a lot of St. Patrick's Day stuff.
Parades and parties.
Are any of y'all have St. Patrick's Day parties in your home? Are you preparing a meal for a bunch of people? Anything like that? What did you done creative with the color green today? You made any desserts that you turned green with a little food coloring or something? Mama, you could have made a green cake.
Well, I was going to, but we've got green pistachio pudding left.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go get it.
That pistachio pudding.
It is green for St. Patrick's Day.
We made that the other night in preparation for St. Patrick's Day. That's a lot of thickness to cut through. I ain't done too good of a job of it. Mama said she just wanted one. I'll take the next one. Maggie's coming here to get some water and to see y'all. You hear her over there drinking? Maggie's a part of the family. Come up from there. This looks delicious. I'm gonna try to show y'all. So, here's the top of it.
Wish me better luck with
And
this
look at
one.
those layers and that deliciousness.
Last night.
Yeah, Mama spilled hers a little bit last night, but not too bad.
No, it wasn't bad. It's
I've
just-
seen worse, Mama.
It's part of life. You have accidents. I don't care how young you are or how old you are, you're going to have accidents.
That's what makes us human, ain't it?
That's right.
Maggie's dancing for her supper. Do you smell this, girl?
She surely does. Oops, might be low.
Mama, there's your one. I just got one too, but I'll probably eat more than one.
Yeah.
Give it a whirl and let's see what you think.
Well, now, I don't know if I can get my mouth open that wide or not.
You were joking, right?
I had to mash it together.
Oh, that's good. Delicious, folks. Try this. It really wasn't that hard to get the ingredients together. Just the pastrami. I already had Swiss cheese.
Not pastrami, corned beef.
I mean corned beef. I love pastrami, by the way. Just the corned beef, and that corned beef, I can't taste the difference in it. It's very good on there. Don't you think, Mama?
We could have used the canned corned beef and we've got now.
We could have. You could use canned corned beef. I don't think it would hurt a thing. I'm going to try to pick this up. Oh, you might see a big accident tonight if I get too. So there is the layers. See that beautiful sandwich? And there's the top. It's got a little bit of green on it. These will keep great. I've kept them before. Just put them in I've got a Tupperware, like a baking keeper, only it's a little bit thicker. Put them down in there. You can get them out tomorrow, cut them, put them in the microwave for about 15 seconds, just to break the chill on them, and they're delicious, aren't they, Mama? Mm-hmm. So what do you think?
They're good, real good.
Good little treat?
Yeah. I squeezed it till I'm squeezing the goodies out.
Just catch them. All right, folks. Y'all have a good St. Patrick's Day evening. Enjoy it with your friends, your family, and make you some memories. Find you something good to eat. Make you some memories with that. That's always a good, food is a universal gathering together. People don't ever say, won't you come over and we'll read a book? Or won't you come over, they say, come over and we'll eat. And if they come over even for a movie, they're going to eat. So all that put together is always got some food in it.
I always want to eat if I go for a movie or for anything.
Yeah, no matter what you go. I mean, if you go out to shop, then you're going to eat. Here's Mama's pistachio pudding. It's used.
Yeah, we used this one.
So that's the pistachio
But
grit.
we had enough without making more, though.
Smells good still, Mama. And it's not watery at all.
No, it's good.
Do you have a recipe for this?
Tastes like the
Watergate salad.
Watergate salad.
Watergate salad recipe.
Yeah, it's a box of pistachio instant pudding. In this one, I put a cup of milk, mixed it up, a can of crushed pineapples, juice and all, and that makes up for the other cup of milk. 3 cups of marshmallows.
Miniature
Marshmallows. Half a cup of coconut, I put in this one. A cup of coarsely chopped pecans.
A cup of pecans?
Well, yeah, it's a cup of pecans. I think that's all I put in it. I think that's it.
Sounds delicious. It is delicious.
Yeah.
And for Easter, if you want to make this for Easter, use the colored miniature marshmallows, and it looks just like Easter eggs. And you can even put a little green coconut on top of it, put some jelly beans around the top for Easter. All those little things are neat on it.
I had a few colored marshmallows, but I didn't have enough to make it all, and they wasn't enough to make a big showing, so
Right.
I didn't get them. I forgot to get it. Well, I couldn't find them here, the colored ones.
She meant not at the house, she meant in the stores. So that's a neat little Easter dish. So get you some Reuben's fixins. They're good. Mama, anything you want to add tonight?
No, let's talk about for Easter. You can make an Easter bunny out of 2 round cakes. You cut it, come in on the plate like this, and you cut like this and round it out and do it, and it will make a 2 years and a bow tie. And you put the bow tie like down here and the 2 years up here on your cut round cakes. And you can dye coconut green and put around it, put jelly beans all in it, around it. And it's really pretty. I used to make them for youngs when you was little all the time.
Very pretty, and they're very tasty too for Easter. All right, folks, that's all we got tonight. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. And have a great night. Say good night, Mama.
Good night.
It hardly ever happens that I catch you with a mouthful.
1 second sooner. I was fighting as you said it. Good night, Mama, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.